Hi guys, it's Hayden Crawford from the Dreemtime Academy and welcome to today's live colour mirrors readings. I'm actually going to be doing some live starseed numerology readings for you today as well. So I'm going to break it up a little bit. So I'll do half and half. So today we're going to be picking a bottle, and then obviously they refer to one of the colour mirrors bottles behind me. So there's a message coming through today. This is from your soul. So it's a message from your soul. Obviously you can't see what colours these bottles are at the moment. You just have to intuitively pick either number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, or number 5, and then I'll reveal the answer for you. And that's obviously coming through from your soul or your higher self, whichever way. It's kind of like messages from your deep in your subconscious mind. And then the second part of the show, I'm going to look at your dates of birth. So I'm going to do some more readings based around your actual date of birth, so when you decided to be born on this planet. So I'll look at that, put it into a birth chart and reveal your personality blueprint, your strengths and weaknesses, and your soul origins and your soul purpose, and the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures. So it's an absolutely jam-packed. We do this every single Thursday and Friday, Western Standard Time at 9 o'clock in the morning. So I know that we get people coming in from all over the world. So a lot of you guys are in America. Hello to Haley. Nice to see you here. Good morning. Loving the couple of sunny days that we're getting. I know, totally. Emma Jolly's here as well. And Emma's picked number 5. Fantastic. So yeah, we're going to start. Actually, I'm going to bring in Archangel Metatron today as well, because Metatron helps you to bend time. So he's this beautiful magenta bottle here. And, if you think about the color magenta, it is a blend of the color violet and the color red. Okay, red, which is our physical self, our survival, our safety and our security, and violet, which is our heavenly connection. So it's a connection to the angelic realm. So when you blend those two together, you get Metatron. Metatron used to live as Enoch on planet Earth, and then he lived such a great life that he ascended into becoming one of the archangels. So he's an ascended master now. So he's looking after us. So he bends time and helps you get everything done and all of the readings done at exactly the right time. So everybody who's here today should be able to benefit from the presence of Archangel Metatron. So I'm just going to spray a little bit around me. Oh, it's beautiful. So it's such a beautiful fragrance, that one. It's very floral, very light, very high vibration, and just clearing and transmuting any of the old stuff from the day before during the night, and clears the space for a very, very clear channel for today's session. So fantastic. We've got Jessie. Jessie's here, number 4. She says, hi, Hayden, happy to be here, says 11 Kabad. Excellent. I'm happy that you're here as well. Fantastic. So pick your numbers, make sure you put them in the comments section, and I'm going to start delivering your information. Okay, so if you've chosen bottle number 1, this bottle here, then you have chosen this one here, which is actually a beautiful color combination bottle of orange and violet, or lilac. It's a pale violet, really. So in the conscious fraction of the bottle there, I don't know if you can see that one. There you go. So you can see it's beautiful pale lilac over orange. So these actually are part of the trauma team. Okay, so there are a set of 8 orange fragmented bottles which really help to deal with shock and trauma and any issues of abuse as well. And this one's called Angelic Bliss. So, this is maybe where you've been feeling touched by an angel in some way and experiencing spiritual ecstasy in some way. So it's aligning with the angelic realm and being able to identify with the unique identities of each of the archangels and being moved by their loving guidance. So it might be that at the moment you are feeling like their presence more and more and more on a day-to-day basis. And, you're obviously remembering to ask them for, their guidance as well. Because remember, until we ask for spiritual guidance in whatever form that takes, whether that's from your star family or from the angelic realms, then they can't actually step in and help. So you've got to remember to ask. Simple, isn't it, really? So this bottle also helps you to release grief, shock and trauma. So losing someone close to you, and allows the angelic realm to be able to support you through the entire process. Okay, so if you have lost somebody close to you and it's caused a bit of a shock for you, like it might have been somebody or crossed quite suddenly, or it could have been even after an illness, you know, or whatever. But it's just like that feeling of like it was a shock still, you know, that they and actually this bottle really helps you to deal with those types of feelings. So, you know, you feel that loving presence of the angels coming in and supporting you during that whole process. Okay. Hiya, Rebecca Nolan. Nice to see you here as well today. Excellent. Fantastic. Okay, so that was bottle number 1. Let me know if that related to you. If you chose bottle number 1, you chose Angelic Bliss. Now, if you've chosen bottle number 2, you have chosen the Fire Phoenix. Now, the Fire Phoenix there is beautiful, rich gold over orange. Can you see that one? Look at that, the Fire Phoenix. It's and it's very much like, you know, the phoenix rising from the ashes there as well. So hiya, Loyal to a Fault, and Brandily Bungie is here as well. Blessings from USA in California, and Ellen Magic as well. Lovely to see you here as well. Excellent. So the Dreamtime healing room is filling up thick and fast at the moment with people from all over the globe, which is always an absolute joy to see. We're on to bottle number 2 at the moment, which is the Fire Phoenix. I'm going to reveal this message for you. Now, this is, remember, this is a message from your soul. Okay, it's a message from your soul. So this one here is birthing your I am presence. Okay, so your I am presence is like you realizing and understanding and acknowledging and integrating and anchoring your divine authentic power. So it's really the creation of the golden age through aligning with your authentic power and wisdom. It's rising from the ashes, abusive or destructive patterns in your life as well. So it's where it supports deep clearing and transmutation of sexual abuse during childhood, or where we feel that we've been violated in some way. So the Fire Phoenix is a beautiful bottle to bathe in if you've been through any of those, because it helps to release sort of that from the cellular memory. The bottle holds the key to the power of choice as we come to the close of an era on this planet. And individually and collectively, we have the power to envision and transform the planet into heart-based global consciousness in unity and enduring peace. So as we transition into the next cosmic evolutionary cycle, we enter a new era as co-creators, guiding our own evolution in conscious awareness of all. So, and also this bottle promotes fertility. So it's a really good one if you've been struggling to get pregnant. So if that's you, you know, and you've been going through IVF, or you just like, you know, you just tried so often and nothing seems to be happening, the Fire Phoenix is a really great vibrational remedy to bring into your life, because it'll help to go through that process. And another great tip for you as well here is to use one of the Australian bush flowers called the she oak. This is a brilliant one. I use this all the time, actually, and the turkey bush together. So if you put the turkey bush and the she oak flowers together, then it really helps you to, you know, to sort of activate that whole fertility cycle. Excellent. So who else have we got? We've got hit the like button. Absolutely. Please hit the like button. Absolutely, yeah, hit the like button, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do that and click the bell for future notifications, because then you'll find out exactly when I'm live, and you'll get those emails coming through. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next bottle now. So the next bottle is bottle number 3. Now, bottle number 3, if you've chosen that one, you have chosen this one here, and it's called the Crutch. So this one is actually a very beautiful olive green over orange. Olive green and orange together. Looks nice, doesn't it? But actually, you know, it's an interesting color combination, because this bottle helps anyone who has excessive emotional or psychological reliance on a partner or a family member. So typically one who requires support on account of an illness or an addiction. So this is where, you know, it's like quite a codependent relationship, where one person within that dynamic, you know, isn't giving back as much as they're receiving. So it's, you know, it's highly supportive in releasing trauma and abuse in living with alcoholic parents as well, or any relationship. So, you know, if you've got those types of, if you're at home and you're living with your parents, then, you know, hopefully not, but, you know, if you are, then, you know, then there might be, you know, sort of addicted to certain things, or you might be sort of around somebody, looking after somebody who's got addictions in some way as well. So it helps to heal severe father issues and reduces impulses of escapism as well. So it's beneficial for liver trauma, because remember, this kind of like olive green color is very good for liver detox, and that's where a lot of anger sits as well. So orange and color therapy, you probably noticed the common theme in these bottles this morning have got orange in them. That's why it's called the trauma team, and orange is about shock, abuse and trauma, as well as its positive aspect. So every color has positive and negative connotations. So Brandley says, amen. Unconditional love is the strongest force in the universe. You're absolutely right, Brandley. It is indeed. It's actually that combined with divine love. And when we recognize that that's actually truly who we are, we can, you know, live a life as a Christed human. We can experience heaven on earth. It's really that simple. Nothing much to it, really. But we just have to wake up to that knowingness within ourselves. So Jessie says, double liked if I can. And that's very sweet of you to say. And Angel Harold says, wow. I know, they are wow, these bottles. These are really powerful, potent bottles. They don't actually sit within the traditional colour mirror system behind me, which is a series of 87 different dual coloured oil bottles, which comprise of pure grade essential oils that are very natural, and purified water, and obviously natural food colorings as well, natural food dyes. And they're infused with Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian prayer ritual, loving intent, and crystal frequencies, light frequencies. You think about Dr. Masaru Emoto's experiments that he did on water, knowing that, you know, water actually holds information and it can change the crystals within the water. So, you know, when we channel water with loving intention, it changes the crystalline vibration of that. And then that gets absorbed within the body. And that's how the remedies work. Whereas if we channel like hate into water or oils, you know, we know that oil's been used in spiritual and religious traditions for decades, well, centuries, actually. We know that it can definitely start, you know, clearing our DNA and our cellular memory and release all those negative subconscious patterns that we don't need to have in our lives anymore. And I've been bathing in these for months now, and they're absolutely amazing, truly transformational, and they're just a joy to play with as well. So, you know, that's why I've got all of them, and I developed my own trauma team as well, plus loads of others too. So does it help with PTSD? Absolutely. 11 Kabadget, absolutely. I mean, things like that. I mean, I've been through my own series of PTSD, and I know what it's like. It's, you know, it's very disturbing, and it usually hits you when you least expect it, or at nighttime, and, you know, it can be terrifying. So yeah, the orange bottles are such a comfort, you know, with anything that's traumatized you in your life. Okay, so absolutely yes. So Loyal to a Fault says, I sense positive energy to my friends, and I could see was a big red ribbon around her. Beautiful. That's lovely. Fantastic. There you go. So Haley says, my son could do with number 3. There you go. So yeah, so absolutely, you know, remember, these are vibrational tools that can help you. This is, you know, I'm just reading the bottles for you today and giving you messages from your souls, but these are, you know, they're powerful energy medicines. Really, you know, it's far better than going down to the chemist and getting like pharmaceuticals, you know, because that will just give you, that only just masks the symptom, whereas these treat the root cause of the symptom. Okay, and that's what we've got to remember. We need to look at the root cause of the symptoms. And a lot of the time it's because somebody doesn't recognize that they're divine. They've forgotten the key essential ingredient of why you're here. And that causes all sorts of detachment and disassociation. So, you know, it can be quite troublesome, really. So Brandy Lee Bung says, I'm praying for my soulmate with inner child issues, going through dark night of the soul. Thank you for #bottle3. I feel the warmth. Brilliant. Well, I'm really pleased that you're feeling the warmth from that bottle, and absolutely, I'll pray for him or her too. Now, if you've chosen bottle number 4, you've chosen the bottle which is orange over orange. This is the shock absorber. Pow, pow, pow. This is like a massively powerful remedy. Okay, the double orange bottle. And this one really is an extremely intense remedy which absorbs, transmutes, and releases all shock, trauma, and abuse from the cellular memory. It's a cellular memory that triggers fear, always goes back to a wrong interpretation of the original event. Remember that, okay? So whether we would define our past experience as traumatic today, makes no difference to our subconscious mind or our spiritual heart. What's important is to heal the cellular memory and the fear signal that it is transmitting. Okay, just remember that sentence. This bottle helps you identify and remove the lie created from the past painful memory and replace it with the truth. Remember, it's the lie. It's a lie that gets stored within the cells, and that needs to be cleared and transmuted across all time, space, dimension, and reality. Hello there, Renee Noel. Nice to see you. Did you enjoy your Starseed numerology report? I had such fun doing that. And what a lovely little soul Audrey is as well, Renee. What was such a joy doing Audrey's chart for her as well. And so powerful that her living name actually balances her birth chart so beautifully as well by putting in the missing arrows. It was just incredible. It was a joy to do that one, actually. So anybody who's here today who hasn't had their Starseed numerology report done yet, why not to begin with? They're only $39 actually. And actually I've extended the offer throughout the whole of June as well. So please get on board with that. And that looks at your birth chart, your name chart, looks at your positive and negative characteristics, your strengths and weaknesses, your skills, talents and abilities, you know, your soul origin, your starseed origin, so which planetary system your soul originated from, your personality blueprint, the best times for you to embark on new projects and ventures, and it brings in all of your color mirrors influences and which of the color mirrors are going to be beneficial or could be beneficial for you based on your date of birth and living name. Also looks at your peak years of maturity, in which you have 4, and looks at your astrology influences as well. So it's a powerful, packed 15-page hand-crafted report. Takes 3 to 5 business days to come through because these are loaded with information for you. So if you haven't got one, you know, do yourself a favor and honor yourself and get one for you and your family. So yeah, so that was the powerful shock absorber. And if you chose number 4, then that is your message. Okay, that's your message today. That's absolutely the world definitely needs this now with the pandemic fear-based healing. Totally. I mean, at the end of the day, everything that you hear in the media, you know, in the mainstream media is kind of like, you know, they're trying to make stories, so they're just making money out of creating fear, you know. So it's just like, oh, whatever. Like now I can't even really watch it anymore because I just find it's just a theater show. And like you don't know what's fake news and what's real or anything anymore. You know, it's funny how, you know, the sort of COVID-19 is kind of dissipating quite quickly now, and it's like not such a massive deal like before. A few weeks ago, everyone was like, you know, absolutely panicking about it, and now everyone's kind of getting back into the world, and I don't know, it's all just a bit strange if you ask me. Bottle number 5, and you have chosen a beautiful bottle. Now this is called Hopi. One of my favorites actually in the trauma team. Now Hopi is beautiful orange over royal blue, and these are traditional Native American Indian colors. So it's called Hopi because this is your Native American Indian guide. It protects against psychic attacks, physical harm and negative entities. So if you are experiencing any of those things, you know, where when you just feel like someone's watching you, or like, you know, at nighttime you feel like someone's playing tricks with you, you know, like you're just like sensing a presence in the room, or, you know, things are going missing, or just you're getting really annoying dreams that are scary or whatever, you know. But this is a warrior or a person of great vision, and it's feeling guided to lead a worthy cause. So it might be that you are feeling guided at the moment to become like a Native American Indian guide and to lead a worthy cause. You know, it's a prizing of spiritual wisdom, clarity and belongingness in your community and surroundings, along with a higher sense of spirituality. All right. Native American Indian guides are also drawn to work with psychic mediums a lot of the time as well. So you often find that when you go and see a local psychic, or if you are a psychic yourself, like I am, you know, that you can bring in the Native American spirit guides to be able to help you receive clarity in your information, so it's only very accurate what you're delivering. You know, with your Native American Indian guide, step by step, finding your own spiritual path will become easier for you. Okay. So an Indian guide will help you to become more attuned to nature and the energy of the universe. Remember that they were, you know, the Native American Indians were like doing their thing on Earth, you know, and then all of a sudden, you know, the star beings came down in their spaceships and they gave them all of their wisdom. And, you know, they you know, so the Hopi, you know, they hold all of the information from the stars, you know, and, you know, the Indian guides can also protect you from negative invisible forces if needed as well. So there you go. So Ebola's back, says 11 Kabaja. Oh, is it? Oh, God. There you go. So if it's not one thing, it's next. So Renee Noel, weird to ask now, but I think I accidentally lost Audrey's reading. Could you resend it? You lost her reading. Yeah, of course I can resend it. No problem at all. Just check your junk and spam files, Renee, because you just never know. It might have gone through there. So Ellen says, I work for a small media outlet and I've been trying to put out positive news stories as much as possible because thoughts create reality and there's so much focus on negativity. Absolutely. And, you know, it's great that you're working for a small media outlet. Absolutely fantastic. So positive stories. You might want to feature me in one of your stories, you know, because the world does need positivity. And, you know, if you think about color, you know, as a therapy, it's the universal language of light. Everybody understands it and it makes you feel uplifted just by looking at it. You know, so sometimes we just need to simplify our life, rid of all the clutter, all of the old patterns, stories, you know, all this fear-based rubbish, and just start focusing on stuff that makes us feel good. Because when we're focused on things that make us feel good, our whole reality shifts and transmutes to be able to reflect how we're feeling inwardly. Just remember that. So there we go. So fantastic. So we're going to move on to the next part of the session today. Okay, so I've done like the 5 color mirrors bottles, which are really superly gorgeous, aren't they? Remember, if you want to order a bottle, then there is a link in the section below where you can purchase your bottle. All right, so you can jump onto my website. All of the color combinations are in my online color store. But if you want one of the trauma team, you will need to message me directly because they're not on the website, because these are specialist bottles, these ones. So just email me at hayden@haydencrawford.com with which bottle that you want for your friends, family, or yourself, and I'll include them in my next order. Okay, so what I'm going to do now actually is I'm going to just pop up a few bottles just for you to look at, just to keep you amused. So there we go. Put those 3 back on there. Now I'm going to look at your starseed numerology now. So I want you to tell me in the comments section what is your date of birth, please. So give me your date of birth. All right, and we can have a look at that. So Brandley says, yes, I so agree, Hayden. I'm really pleased that you agree. That's really awesome. And Jesse says, make friends with the virus and we can co-create a better world with them. Absolutely. It's like everything, you know, it's like our shadows within ourselves. We just have to send love to our shadows, you know, because when we love even the dark aspects of ourselves, that's where the clearing and transmutation takes place. Okay, so when we exist in judgment, we exist in separation. So we can't judge anything. We've just got to love it right. Remember, you've got to love your life right. You've got to love it right. Excellent. So, right, I'm going to have a look then at, I'll look at yours. Let's have a look. Renee says, in regards to a recent video, you said I was drawn to Mount Shasta. I just set a trip up for the summer solstice. Yay. Wow, that's fantastic. So you're going to Mount Shasta. Brilliant. Well, I hope you have an amazing time, and please let me know how you get on when you go there. All right, let's have a look. I want to have a look at Raven. Raven, should I have a look at Raven? No, Brandy Lee. Brandy Lee. Brandy Lee. That's such an awesome name. Brandy Lee. Okay, so Brandy Lee was born on the 17th of the 5th, 1970. All right. The 17th of the 5th. So what I'm doing now is I am just transferring Brandy Lee's date of birth into what's called a birth chart. And I'm working out her ruling number, her day number, and her arrows of individuality, all right, as well as a personal year cycle. So I can get a lot of information from a birth chart, and it tells me all sorts about you. You know, it really is the most accurate and reliable tool that we've got to be able to understand ourselves at a soul level. Okay, so you're a day number 8 person, Brandy Lee. So that's Saturn energy. I'll explain that in a second. You're a ruling number 9, 10, 17, 18, 19, 22, 29, 30, and a ruling number 3 person. and you're in a universal year cycle 9, 10, 17 in an 8. All right, so this is what your chart looks like, Brandily. So you can see straight away you've got that arrow that goes up there. It's called the arrow of determination. So Brandily, you are somebody who is very determined and very persistent when you set a goal for yourself. So it's a very positive influence in your life, this, so you can harness this whenever you need to get things done. It gives you that sense of determination and persistence. Now, you are a day number 8 person going through a year 8 at the moment. That's Saturn energy. 8 is about independence, organization, and control. So you like to be in control. You're very independent, and you're also very nurturing towards other people as well. But you're very organized, so you make a good manager. A lot of ruling 8s work in the travel industry, or they work in accounting, banking, and finance, or they manage teams, or whatever it is that they do. But they very much are very independent leaders. Now, for you, you've also got the influence of this as your year cycle. So we travel in 9-year cycles. And when we get to a personal year cycle 8, what it means is that we're stepping into our personal power. So actually, things can improve for us financially during our personal year cycle 8 as well. So we're nearing the end of a 9-year cycle. So a lot of good things can happen. And it's often out as we come out of a trough year, the year before, which is a 7, which things might not necessarily always be peaches and cream during your 7 year. But, during your 8, it's like, oh, well, hey, finally you can step into your independence again, feel more in control of your life and all the rest of it. So you're a ruling number 3 person, and that's Jupiter energy, which is coral over coral in the colour mirror system. And Jupiter is the largest planet in the solar system, so it wants expansion. So for you, a lot of ruling 3s are inspired by lyrics, music, poetry. They're whimsical. They want to do really exciting things with their life. They want to explore their life purpose instead of just resorting to a boring day job. So a lot of them end up working in community projects. You also might find that you're drawn into music, and your imagination is very vivid as well. So you've got a vivid imagination. Your memory is often stimulated under this as well. And you've also got an analytical ability as well that you could harness too. So, it's very left brain, the 3, believe it or not, but they're often very fun loving characters as well. So they're like cheery, it's very yellow, the ruling 3, but also it's about expansion and self-acceptance. So a lot of ruling 3s can go through difficulties with self-belief and self-worth, and they need to nail that so that they can then go on to be the best version of themselves. So you are also, you've got these 2 7s here as well, Brandily. Can you see those 2 7s there? Now, 7 in numerology is quite an interesting number. It's quite a difficult vibration to a certain extent, but it means learning through your own experience. So for you, you might have to go through learning like loving and losing, loving and losing, loving and keeping. Or you might have to go through like losing money, gaining money, losing money, gaining money, or health, getting good health, feeling ill, getting health, la la la. So 2 of those 3 things may have to, come up for you. So it's sacrificing 2 of those 3 elements in your life, either love, health, or money. So it can be quite challenging to experience that. But other than that, you're a strong character. I feel like you will learn through your own experience, and actually, very independent and a nurturing, loving person. So that's awesome, Brandily. Hopefully that made sense for you today. Leave a few comments in the comments section and let me know what you thought. Did that resonate with you? Is that something that really connected with who you are? Obviously, to get a really full idea, then what you need to do is you need to be able to compare your birth chart with your name chart. And your living name is your name, so it's the name that you like to go by, whether that's Brandily or that might just be your alias on YouTube. And then what we do is we put the 2 together, we compare it, and we can contrast, and we can see where there's excessive and deficient characteristics, so we can know where things need to be rebalanced. So it's super exciting and very effective as well. So really, really cool. So there you go, Brandily. That was for you, a little special treat for you today. And let's have a look at the next one. So I want to have a look now at Kabaja. Let's have a look at you. All right, so Kabaja. Okay, so the 1st of the 1st, 1953. The 1st of the 1st, 1953. All right, so brilliant. And what's your first name, Kabaja, again? Could you just put that in? There you go. So Brandily says, yes, I'm totally here for a higher soul purpose. Clairaudient and Reiki master, the art mediums, yes, life lessons, health was paralyzed 2 years. Oh my God. Now healed totally. Yay. Fantastic. Oh, that's beautiful. Please do email me, Brandy Lee. It sounds like you've got an amazing path in life, and well done for overcoming paralysis, because that's not an easy one to do. But we can do it with the power of faith, and we can do it with the power of universal energy. We just have to believe, isn't it? So fantastic. Thanks for sharing. That's beautiful. All right. So Kabadja, I'm with you now. So yeah, if you want to leave your real name, that is, you don't have to. You might be one of those people who's a bit scared about putting your blueprint online, which a lot of people are these days, because you just don't know, do you? So we've got, okay, so we've got the first of the first, got the 9, you got the 5, and you got the 3. Okay, so the interesting thing here is you're a day number 1 person. So day number 1, you're a ruling number 9, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. A ruling number 2, and you're in a year cycle 6. So that's how your chart looks. So can you see the similarity between Brandy Lee's and Kabadja's report birth charts? Like, you've got the same arrow going up. Okay, it's the arrow of determination. Now I find a lot of people have this arrow actually, and it's a very positive arrow. And the reason why they do is because obviously we're all born in the 1900s, well, until the year 2000 came along, and then a lot of the people born in 2000 don't have it as much. So that's why the vibration of the people becomes a lot more feminine as 2000 comes in, because 2 is feminine, 1 is masculine. So what we can say, so it's Chachi. Your family calls you Chachi. Okay, lovely. That's a cool name, isn't it? It's like reminds me of something of Greece. There you go. So Renee says the charts are only about $28. That's right, they are 28. They're 28 Australian American dollars, aren't they? 39 US or 28 US dollars Australian. Oh, getting muddled up on it. Anyway, just focus on this. Okay, so we've got this really, really strong arrow. Now we can also see that Chachi has got 3 1s. Now these 3 1s, there's 2 distinct types of people with 3 1s. There's the ones that talk consistently, like they've got a verbal diarrhea. I've got 3 1s in my chart, and you probably think, well, he knows how to talk. Well, look, I do, but I'm very quiet a lot of the time as well, and that's the other types of people with the 3 1s. So you can either be one or it can be a mixture of both. So the other types is the ones that don't say boo to a goose, the ones that are very quiet, and they're reserved. So we have to look at their ruling number influence to be able to sort of see whether they'll be one or the other. And actually, because you're a day number 1, it's the sun energy, it's masculine, it's ego. I'd feel that you probably, Chachi, maybe the type of person that would talk a lot. Now, you've also got this 3 here as well. Now, the 3 in numerology is about expansion. It's Jupiter energy, and it's about it's left brain, it's imagination, memory. It's really about analytical skills as well. So you've got that as a component of your personality. Now you're currently in a year cycle 6. So when you get to a year cycle 6, it's about being creative within the home. So it's a creative year, but if you're living positively, it's creative. If you're living negatively, so Chachi, if you're feeling down in the dumps at all, then you might find that the influence for you this year is destruction or destructive in some way, or you're getting anxiety, because the opposite of creativity is destruction. So you might feel compelled as well to reinvent yourself this year or change the decor within your home. So you might want to look differently in some way. You're a ruling number 2 person. So your ruling number actually carries the most weight in your birth chart. All right. So you're a ruling number 2 person. So what this means for me is that you are very feminine. It's the moon energy, very sensitive. You're very intuitive. All right. You like to be in a partnership. The 2 is about liked partnerships. And it's actually it's interesting because actually your day number is a 1, which is masculine. Your ruling number is a 2. So the 2 actually prefers to be the PA to the director of the company, whereas the 1 likes to be the director of the company. So actually for you, you're really going to be probably more inclined to to want to support a leader, but you've also got the ability to be a leader as well. All right, so don't ever underestimate yourself. You're a very strong person. Yeah, so there you go. So that's your moon energy. Remember, your moon governs tides, seasons, cycles, and all of that. It's emotions. It's I feel. So you're a very feeling person, very sensitive, very intuitive. You probably also find that you really relate and resonate with animals or children or old people as well. So Chachi, let me know, tell me, and it would be really awesome if you if that made sense for you. Do you relate to it? Is that someone who you can identify with? So Brandy Lee says, yes, it's all within us and our star and soul tribe. Thank you, Hayden. Blessings for sharing your ancient mystic wisdom and spiritual gifts. You're very welcome. It's my pleasure. It's what I'm here to do, and it's my sole purpose and direction, because I'm a ruling number 9, and the 9 is the, it's the healer, really. It's they're far more suited to celestial than corporate. Even though I did work in corporate for many years, I worked in IT recruitment as a business manager, and I could never really work out why I was so miserable, even though I was good at it. I was making loads of money and all the rest of it, and people loved me and whatever else, but I was just miserable. I was just like, what am I doing? This feels empty. And then as soon as I let that go, kick that to the curb, I started doing my celestial work about 4 years ago, properly on a full-time basis, and set up the Dreemtime Academy, which is a modern day mystery school for wise women like yourselves, to help them rediscover their true purpose and direction in life, so that they can become the best version of themselves and experience more joy, peace, and fulfillment. So there you go. So she said, chatty, unless I don't know you. Somebody once said I was an 11, but everything you say is so true. There you go. Excellent. That was from the Happy Days. You see, I was trying to work out whether it was Greece or the Happy Day, or yes, it's Happy Days, isn't it? Goodbye, gray skies. Hello, blue. Nothing can hold me when I hold you. Oh, I won't give up my day job. Okay, so let's hopefully I'm making you laugh. Right, let's have a look. Okay, thank you for all of the info. You are so generous. You are so generous. You're so generous, Chachi. Now, remember, whatever qualities that we witness in other people, it's a reflection of ourselves. So when you're giving compliments, remember to take them as well, because that's the truth of who you are. Now let's have a look at the next one. Right, so if you want to have your chart done now, just doing some insights for you. So it's nothing really too in-depth. They're just fun insights, really, to give you your major influences from your birth chart. Please leave your date of birth in the comment section there. And what I'll do is I'll have a look at doing somebody else's. Now, I've got Raven Zin is here. So Raven's left his or her information. There you go. Loving your energy and your light. Oh, that's very sweet. I'm going to have a look. Right, the first person who puts their date of birth in the comment section now will get the very next reading. And oh, of course, unless you've had one before. So let's have a look. Who is it? There you go. The Fonz. That's right. Oh no, that was Elvis, wasn't it? There you go. I'll do yours then, Raven, since you've sent me a love heart. Okay, so Raven, the 5th of April, 1987. Okay, so the 5th of the 4th, January, February, March, April, 1987, eh? Ooh, a young'un. Okay, so that's awesome. So you got the 4, you got the 5, you got the 9, you got the 8, you got the 7. Okay, so you've got 3 arrows in your chart. All right, so you're a day number 5, Raven, a day 5. You're a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 9, 25, 29, 34. You're a ruling 7, and you're in a personal year cycle 8, 9, 10, 13, 4. Excellent. Hiya, Kim Kozel. That's a beautiful name, isn't it? Kozel. Okay, so where we go? We've got this is the 5th of the 4th, 1987. This is Raven. All right, so you've got 3 arrows. So you've got the arrows there. So these numbers, the 1, 4, and 7, they're physical numbers. The 2, 5, and 8 are emotional numbers, and the 1, 5, and 9 are mental numbers. So you can see that all of Raven's numbers, like a lot of them, they've got this arrow on the physical, which is called the arrow of practicality. Sorry, physicality. So you're somebody who's actually very physical and practical, and you're a doing person. So you are somebody who's likes active participation in life. So you're not just sitting on the couch expecting the world to come to you. You're also very determined. You've got the same persistence, that arrow of determination, which goes horizontally at the chart, which is the 1, 5, and 9. And you've also got this one here on the active end of the birth chart, which is actually the 7, 8, and 9, which is called the arrow of activity. Okay, and it can sometimes border on hyperactivity as well. So what it means for you, Raven, is you're always on the go, here, there, everywhere, doing lots of different things. Sometimes you don't know when to slow down and stop. You're just, and it's nervous energy that you're living on. So sometimes you need peaceful, quiet, happy company around you so that you can kind of just chill a little bit. All right. So a lot of the time it's because you're so hyped up with your central nervous system being buzzy and all the rest of it. And of course, you're probably very inclined to be, involved in like physical pursuits and all of that type of thing as well. So it's very strong energy. You're a day number 5, so you love freedom. You don't like feeling constricted at all. Number 5 in numerology relates to Mercury. Mercury is the planet of versatility, communication, and freedom. We think about Mercury as a metal, and what it is, it's like a fluid metal, isn't it? Whoa, it flows and everything like that. So this is about freedom. It's about freedom of communication. It's about letting go of old masks, not hiding from the world. This is a very strong influence for you. And actually, the ruling 7 is turquoise energy. So it's Neptunian energy. And we know Neptune was the king of Atlantis, Poseidon. So what we know about him is the Roman god of the sea. So the 7 needs to learn through their own experience. So for you, no one can tell you how to live your life, Raven. You have to live it your own way. So just trust that whatever comes up for you is there for your purposeful good, even if it means you have to sacrifice certain things in your life, because ultimately it's guiding you into becoming the spiritual teacher. All right, so you're a freedom-seeking spiritual teacher, to put it in a nutshell, who needs to be able to express their upper heart truths and feel that sense of freedom. You're probably inspired to travel. This year is actually an interesting one because you're in a personal year cycle 4, and 4 is a trough year actually, and it means that sometimes you need to recuperate in a personal year cycle 4. So you might feel a bit bored, like nothing's really happening for you. You wait till next year in your 5, you'll be able to go out of your box, which is your house. The 4 is like the box, or the square. And you'll be able to go off and explore again. You'll be able to get out into the world, go and explore different cultures, different people, places, all the rest of it. You might have felt a bit restricted by the whole COVID thing going on at the moment. But hey, this is who you truly are, Raven. Very, very strong, positive, powerful energy that you can harness, and you can actually become a really great teacher as well. So how did that feel for you? Did that make sense? Is that something that resonated with you, Raven? Is that someone that you can see yourself as being, or somebody that you perceive yourself to be or want to become? Because these are all aspects of your personality that are there for you for the taking if you want. There you go. So Loyal to a Fault says, thank you, Hayden. See you soon. I'll see you soon. Loyal to a Fault. Mwah. See you next time for sure. So hello, fellow 1118. There you go. Fantastic. So let me know in the comments section below, Raven, if you if you resonated with that today. Did that make sense for you? Did you like what you heard? Tell me a little bit more in there. That'd be awesome. Now I'm going to go to Kim Cozell next. Kim, you're next up. All right. So Kim. So what we do tomorrow morning, I do more live starseed numerology readings actually, and I bring in your color influences as well, looking at the color influences of your day number, your ruling number as well. So it's a little bit more elaborate, and it's like adds an extra layer of information into your soul. So join me between 9 and 10 Western Standard Time tomorrow. Now, I wanted to also let you know that I'm running a color therapy course as well on June the 21st between 8:30 and 11:30 a.m. Western Standard Time. And so if you're in America, then you can even join me. It'll be the evening the day before, so it'll be on the Saturday night for 3 hours. Level 1 color therapy. I'm going to be teaching you the psychological and analytical and spiritual meanings of 7 colors, and doing that via Zoom tutorials. Only 99 Australian dollars, which is probably about 70 US dollars. So yeah, if you want to get involved in that, then send me an email after the show, hayden@haydencrawford.com, and I can send you a link to my PayPal me, so you can get on board and join the growing group of people that are going to be there. It's going to be amazeballs. You're going to absolutely love it. And it's just another tool to add to your toolbox, especially if you're working as a healer and teacher yourself. So Raven said, oh my God, Hayden, you're 100% right on everything. And I'm a Chinese medicine doctor, and I'll be traveling to China next year. Wow, you know everything. Well, it's not really me that knows everything, Raven. It's actually the numbers, all right? Because the numbers are sacred geometry, and that's actually who we truly are. We're all angels living out temporary earthly experiences. So, when you realize that, you can decode the numbers, then hey, you can see somebody, through color, energy, and light. And that's what it's all about. Such a blessing to the universe. Much love and gratitude to you. No, you're a blessing to the universe. Being a wonderful Chinese medicine doctor, I love it. Good for you. Excellent. Fantastic. Kim, I haven't forgotten. Right, I'm going to you now, Kim Cozell. So Kim Cozell. All right, let's have a look. Kim. Okay, so you are the 18th of the 11th, 1986. The 18th of the 11th, 1986. Fantastica. All right, brilliant. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got the 111. Oh, you've got 4 ones. Interesting. 2 8s. You've got a 6 as well. Okay. And then you've got this arrow here, which nobody else has had today, which is cool. So you are a day number 9. Day number 9. You are a ruling number 9, 10, 18, 9, 24, 25, 26, 26, 34, 35. You're a ruling 8. And you're in a year for 5, 6, 7, 14, 15 is a 6. All right, you're in a 6 year. So Kim, I'm with you now. So there's your chart. Kim Cozell, born on the 18th of November, 1986. What we can see straight away, you have this arrow, which is the absence. So when we have arrows where there are no numbers as well, these are actually classed as negative arrows. So this one's called the arrow of the inquirer. So you can be a little bit skeptical, Kim, concepts until they're proven to you, you know, and this can be like anything that can't be scientifically proven. So until you get your own proof. Now, once you get your own proof, you become like an avid convert. Okay, so then sing it from the rooftops. Hey, I believe in this, and everybody else will believe you as well because you feel so passionately about it. But you have to go through that process of investigation first. You can also see here you've got these 2 8s. Now, the 8s are about independence, organization, and control. So you are somebody who's very independent. You love to be in control, but you've got this beautiful nurturing quality. So you like to look after people, and you're very organized as well. So you like to do things your own way. You've got these 4 ones that are isolated. So actually for you might isolate yourself a little bit because the 1 is masculine, it's ego energy. And when it's away, this is a restriction on how you communicate. So actually for you, it might be difficult for you to express how you feel, Kim, and especially because you've got no 5 in your chart. Now 5 is the center of the emotional plane, which helps you understand how you're feeling. So sometimes you can react to emotional situations instead of responding to them. And then sometimes you withdraw and retreat away. Isolated ones, which means you've got no other numbers around. You've got 4 of them. So actually, you might not like confrontation or stuff like that. The home and the family are very important to you, and you're actually very creative. You've got the influence of the 6, but when living negatively, this can turn to stress, anxiety, or worry. So you've got to remember to keep your vibe high by doing things that make you feel good. Now you're a day number 9. So actually for you, it's important that you do and say what needs doing and saying instead of being meek, mild, getting angry and frustrated. So Mars energy is the energy that comes with 9, which is fire. Red and orange energy. So it's very active, energetic, it's mobilized, it's very, but it's also, it's connected with sort of like this beautiful wise energy, because 9 carries the weight of all the numbers that go before it. So it's actually great wisdom. So a lot of the 9 people, like I said before, they go into wanting to be of service to the world. So they're humanitarians. So for you, you want to help people, you want to be of service, but a lot of the time, sometimes you find it a little bit difficult expressing. So don't suppress how you're feeling, because then you might get angry. And then, and when you get angry, it's like, watch out, she turns into the Incredible Hulk. So you're ruling number 8, which carries the most weight in your chart. Now this is this beautiful independent energy, again, very wise energy as well. Saturn energy in the color mirror system. So this is about knowing that the future is built on solid foundations. So for you, really, this is about you, understanding that, everything has its time. Don't try and push a noodle up a hill. Just make sure that everything, sort of happens in its own way. So you're very independent, organizing. You make a good money manager. You might be in the travel industry. You might work in finances. You might be a manager of sorts. But this 8 and 9 energy is very wise. There's a lot of depth of wisdom. And you're in a personal year cycle 6 this year as well, Kim. So what that means is that you've got this amazing opportunity this year to be able to be creative at home. So make sure that you are, because if you live negatively and you're going to worry and anxiety, it's going to make the year quite difficult. So you might think about decorating the house or changing a few things around in the home, or even upgrading them, or reinventing the way that you look. So have a think about that. Anyway, hopefully that made sense for you. I hope you enjoyed that. Leave a few comments. Let me know what you thought, Kim. That would be awesome to see. Fantastic. Now, guys, if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do so. Click bell for future notifications as well. Remember to like the video, because YouTube rates videos that have likes for some reason. because basically it's just a big search engine. So yeah, if you want to help me get the channel out into into the cosmos, so more people can enjoy experiencing the Dreamtime Academy, then please either share this video or like it, and definitely, hopefully we'll be able to draw in a beautiful tribe of like-minded souls who will all experience the same magic that you have today as well. Excellent. So yeah, so how did you go with that, Kim? So if there's anyone else who wants to have their chart looked at now, then please leave your date of birth in the comments section. We'll have a little look at yours. Now I've got 10 minutes left, so I'm going until 10 o'clock Western Standard Time today, so I've got another 10 minutes so I can fit in another person. If you're there, please let me know. Speak now or forever hold your peace. Who else is here? We've got Elfin Magics here. We've got Emma Jolly. We've got Renee. We've got Loyal to a Fault. We've got Angel Harrell. Are you still there, Angel? It is a great tribe. So Rebecca Nolan, the 18th of the 11th, 73. Rebecca Nolan. Let's have a look at yours. Excellent. So Rebecca. Okay, so Rebecca. Okay, so the 18th of the 11th, 1973. Fantastic. Okay, so let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got the 4 ones as well. So there is that restriction around the way you communicate your truths as well. That comes up for you. And also you've got what's called the arrow of frustration in your chart. You're also a day number 9 person. So again, that Mars energy. So you have to make sure you do and say what needs doing and saying, instead of getting angry and suppressing your feelings. It's very important for you to do that, because fire energy, when it's suppressed, can be prone to exploding. So you just have to be a little bit mindful of that. I know how to comment yet. You're a newbie. You are a newbie, aren't you? A newbie. There you go. You've managed to work it out. Our tribe is growing by the quantum. You're absolutely right. So you've also got, Rebecca, you've got the ruling number 9, 10, 17, 8, 9, 20, 22, 23, 28, 29, 31. So you're a 4, a ruling number 4. And you're in a year cycle 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 14, 15. Okay, so that is a 6. So this is your chart, Rebecca. All right, so you've got the 7, 8, and 9, the arrow of activity. You're always on the go. Remember what I said before about this. It's on the active end of the birth chart. So you are always doing things, going here, going there, getting involved in doing that, wanting to go over here and do this as well. So you're always busy. So, there's that nervous energy I was talking about. This arrow in the middle is the lack of the 4, 5, and 6 is called the arrow of frustration. So this means for you, there could have been difficulties during childhood, or, you might experience difficulties within your relationships as well. So this could have been either your mum and dad's relationship separating. It could have been sibling rivalry, feeling like you didn't fit in, but this can knock on as well into your relationships as well. So you might have difficulties within your actual relationships. You do isolate yourself a little bit, Rebecca, and also, it feels very much like you are somebody that, maybe, just avoids confrontation in some way. You struggle to communicate how you feel. All right, so you maybe suppress things a little bit. And also, again, your imagination can run away with you, because you've got an isolated 3, and that is about imagination, memory, and overanalyzing. So again, just try and bring yourself back into your center of your heart, and open your heart, and allow yourself to be able to express yourself. Feel safe enough to be able to do that. You're a ruling force, so the material aspects of life are important to you. So you like doing things, you like getting involved with life. You're practical. You're probably very good with your hands. And this year, you're in this year cycle 6, so it's great to be creative within the home environment this year as well. So make sure you are, make sure that you're being as creative as possible this year, because this will help you move away from feeling isolated or feeling detached. And you're a day number 9. So you're actually here for a spiritual purpose. You are a humanitarian. You are somebody who's very wise. And, I feel like for you, you'd make a really great massage therapist or yoga instructor or something like that, where you can actually express this ancient wisdom through your physical self, you know, so whether that's, you know, through your hands as some sort of like you know, like you wanting to help people through your hands, you know, so it could be, you know, qigong, it could be massage, it could be yoga, it could be any of those beautiful therapies that are associated with the physical aspects. Okay. So Raven says, I'll be starting two businesses within the next year, and absolutely yes, sending people your way for starseed color mirror numerology charts. Well, that's beautiful, Raven. Thank you very much. You're so sweet. And Brandy Lee Bung says, awesome experience. WI high five tribe collective. Thanks, much appreciated, Hayden. Infinite blessings returned, and a big heart from Raven as well. Well, look, guys, I hope you enjoyed that today. And Rebecca, if you leave a few comments below to let me know. Rebecca says, you're so accurate. It's always been hard for me to find a balance. I'm also moving this year, so home creativity really resonates. Fantastic. Well, you couldn't have been doing it in a better part of your 9-year cycle there, Rebecca. Fantastic. Remember, guys, if you want a more accurate report, then please, you'll see the link below in the section that will take you directly through to the my beautiful online color shop, and you can order your starseed numerology report there. The reports take about 5 business days to create because they are handcrafted, remember. They're not computer generated, so they do take me quite a lot of time to compile each one. And they're only 39 Australian dollars, which is about 28 US. So, guys, I'll see you very soon. Lots of love for now. See you tomorrow. If you're around and about, remember, between 9 and 10 Western Standard Time, have some more live fun. All right, bye for now.